Welcome to IESBA Focus. I'm Dave Johnson here with IESBA Director Linda Biek. Linda, tell us about investment schemes.
Sure, Dave. Let me expand on IESBA's work stream on auditor independence and investment schemes. First of all, the investment schemes that we're looking at include collective investment vehicles and pension funds. So we've grouped them together to refer to them as investment schemes, recognizing that there are differences between the two types of vehicles, but there are also some similarities. And then going back to the first part of the explanation, auditor independence. So we are very interested in auditor independence with respect to these types of investment schemes, because independence is critical in ensuring the quality of an audit. And if you think about these types of investment schemes, they are public interest issues. And why is that? Because so many people around the world have money in collective investment vehicles, or they participate in pension plans. And that is so important for their economic reality to ensure the safety of these investments.
This is what the public interest aspect is?
The public interest aspect is really about the fact that so many people, that these specific investment schemes, these vehicles could potentially do impact the economic reality of the public, of many individuals out there. And so that's the public interest impact or issue here.
So specifically, what part of the collective investment vehicle process does this affect?
Yeah, thanks. That's a really good question. We're not trying to regulate these investment schemes. Not at all. We are very focused on one specific area with respect to the audits of these investment schemes and external third parties that may have significant impact on the financial statements of those investment schemes. It's really about independence and external third parties that perform services that feed into the investment scheme's accounting records or financial statements.
So could you give me an example?
Sure, happy to, Dave. So you've got three basic parties here, all right? So let's imagine you have the investment scheme, and that's what people are investing in, okay? I, as an investor, invest in the investment scheme. Then you have the auditor that audits the investment scheme. And then what we're finding is very common with respect to these investment schemes is you have a third party, a service provider. So that third party sits outside the corporate bubble of the CIV. So it's an external third party. So they may have their own auditor, they may have their own consultants, other business activities. So the real question is, obviously the auditor has to be independent of the investment scheme, but does the auditor or the audit firm, the audit other partners in the firm, do they need to be independent of that service provider, that external service provider? So that's really the question here. And we're really focused on evidence in determining how to move forward with this work stream. With that in mind, we are still in the information gathering stage.
Right.
We don't want to jump to anything because we find that there is a lot of complexity in the investment scheme world and the pension plan world. And there's a lot of diversity around the world with different laws and jurisdictions. So we don't want to rush into anything. So we're in information gathering stage. And that is why we are issuing a consultation paper to ask some very important questions to help us understand, is this a risk? Are there potential threats to independence that could cause risk to the public interest? And once we have gathered more information from stakeholders, whether they be the professional accountants, their organizations, the regulators, investors, pension plan administrators, we're going to gather information and then decide what next steps we need to take.
Thanks, Linda. For more information about auditor independence and investment schemes or any of the other IESBA work, visit www.ethicsboard.org.